And the only guy I know that had two great goaltenders was me.
So
Gilles and
can I ask
Cheevers.
you a question then? Do you think Gilbert would have been a number one goalie on another team
No,
if he
there's no doubt
wasn't
about it.
had Cheevers?
He won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And,
So there's got to be a bit of resentment when you could be.
No, there wasn't a better resentment. He disliked me intensely.
Well, he had good reason though. I mean,
he had
we all
good
know
reason.
what you did to him in the sense when you were sort
But
of.
wait a minute. Let's just, in defense of me.
Because I like.
The year before I had him, and we played Chicago, and it was a deadly 2 out of 3, I think, or 3 out of 5. Was it
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. It was
Deadly.
over before you blinked.
Yeah, and just brutal. I mean, we were a first place club, and we're playing the worst team in the world. We played Chicago, and Tony Esposito, we hammered him 8-3 or something like that. And they had in the paper, Tony Esposito finished, done, can't play anymore. Oh, as soon as I saw that, I knew we were in trouble. And then you couldn't get a P by him. And Gilles, the last game of the season in Boston, we outshoot him 58-18 or 12, and we lose. And they see him after the game, and they said, Gilles, you're outshot. Yes, but out of that 16 shots, there were a lot of good shots. How many do you think was out of the 53? So anyhow, I did not like it. And we're getting off in a tangent here. But do you know, and you told me, Tim, that I did not know this, and I did not know it when he played, that he set a record and won 17 straight games.
Right. He still holds the record. Hard to believe. The year, I forget what year, but it was the year he was coaching, 77, 78, I think it was. 17 straight starts he won. And that's not like today, if you win in overtime, you consider a win. That was
straight wins.
Straight wins. 17. And no goalie's beaten that record yet.
And let me just tell you, when I thought we were going to lose, and all goaltenders knows they're going to lose, or if
the team was
I would put him in. They were tough wins. They weren't like.
So you could see his point. If you won 5 straight and you were going to possibly lose the 6th game, you would give Jerry a rest and then you would throw it in Gilles.
Or if we played 3 games in four nights.
Or if you were in Vegas and you knew the guys were out the night before.
No, we weren't in Vegas.
Or you were in L.A. It was L.A. and all that. Plus, you didn't like his mask.
No, we never, Cindy.
Yes.
We never went out the night before.
Oh.
And I made sure.
Yes.
I only caught one guy the night before, and Bobby Schmatz. And I'll tell you about him someday. We had a long time.
You didn't like his mask either, did you?
Who?
You didn't like
it. Didn't matter. Didn't matter to me. I just didn't like. I like Jerry Cheevers, who's our number one goaltender. And if I disliked Gilles so much, why did I put him in the most important? And he almost won the Stanley Cup for us.
I remember watching you guys scrimmage, and you were kind of, I don't know, you usually didn't scrimmage with the guys, but somehow you were scrimmaging with them, and you went into the corner, and Gilles tripped you, and you went head first.
No, you're right. We were doing breakaways, penalty shots, and I went to deke him, and he tripped me, and I went head first to the boards, and everything went silent because it looked like I really hurt myself. I remember I had a comb over hair, because I didn't have much hair, and it all flopped over, and the guys thought I was really hurt.
Well, he really did trip you. It wasn't an accident.
No, he tripped me on purpose, and I went head first to the boards. I said, okay, everybody up. Let's, John Rattel and all the safe shooters. I said, you come down and shoot at Cheever, and I'd have the wackos like Bobby Schmatz and guys like that. Go down and shoot at Gilles.
All you heard was pucks off the glass.
Bing, ding, and it's a funny thing that we're talking about Gilbert. 17 straight wins. That's unbelievable. Yeah. But he disliked the organization. He disliked me so much. He could break goal sticks. He knew how to break them. And he knew I didn't like deflecting the pucks up. And the girls used to clean the Boston.
I was going to ask you that. If we could say that, the way you used to steer the puck up
into
the stands.
He used to steer the puck. We'd take a shot, and he could steer the pucks up. And so then...
He'd use the cleaning ladies as targets.
I don't know.
He'd scare them. He wouldn't try to hit them. He'd just scare them.
Try to hit him. He'd just scare the pucks, and he knew they were up too high, but they'd hear bing, bing. So I said, look, I know what you're doing. You're putting the pucks up. Just quit doing that. So you know what he did? I tell you, he was and a good-looking guy. Whoa, he looked like a movie star. And he won the Stanley Cup before, and here I have got him second big. So no wonder he didn't like me. So he could break sticks. He knew how to break sticks, and he used to break sticks. Every practice, he'd break about 3 or 4 goal sticks. And Harry used to look at the bill. It didn't matter to me. Thought he was hurting me. Didn't matter to me. But Gilbert, I had the 2 best goaltenders in the league, and then I got Ron Graham from the WHA, was the best goaltender, and unbelievable. I had the 3, and one game, cocky. Talk about being cocky. I played them, and I played one goalie one period, one goalie the second period, and the third goalie.
Yeah, he dressed 3 goalies.
And boy, did they hate that. Did Jerry Cheevers hate that?
Well, your philosophy is all you got to do is have one good period.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And
but the funny thing was they traded Ron Graham to L.A. and
for who?
And they got Ray Bourque.
They traded. Now, believe not, Harry did it again. He traded Ron Graham, who was good goalie, for the number 1 draft chip, and it was Ray Bourque. Imagine Ray Bourque, Hall of Famer, and
yeah. Well, he was the face of Boston for how many years?
Oh,
10,
he was fantastic. Tim, we have another sponsor who I'm really interested in. Tell us about him.
Spreads.ca. It's a First Nations-owned online casino and sportsbook, and it's tailored to Canadians, which means when you put your deposit down, it's Canadian dollars because all the other guys are U.S. dollars. So sign up now and enter the promo code GRAPES, and they'll match your deposit 100% up to $500. Terms and conditions apply. So that means if you put $50 in, they'll match the $50. You get 15 spins on their kind of like a Don Cherry slot machine, and if you can win up to $1 million. And with your first sports bet, you get $25. And I didn't do very well. I bet against the Astros. Now they're in the pennant race, and then I bet the Yankees.
I hope they win.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, they've got a chip on their shoulder, and you know why? Because they were the team that cheated. And the players took all the
abuse and everything. Well, they're playing Tampa, and they beat Tampa last year, so that'll be a good game.